Wow, I broke the welcome screen because there's no Windows XP branding, it just says welcome. Windows cannot access the specified device path or file. You may not have the appropriate permissions. Hello guys, Jordan here, back with the, well, my god, that was a bad intro, I'll just cut this off. Hello viewers, welcome back to another video. Today's is going to hopefully be something interesting. This is something I do not endorse or recommend that you do to your own computer running Windows XP, but this is just for the sake of curiosity factor in a virtual machine, so there's no harm done into anything. Well, maybe my iMac because I'm using it, but that's beside the point. Today, we're going to be trying Windows XP Service Pack 4 on 64 megabytes of RAM, and this is going to be my video's thumbnail because why the heck not? Alright, so Windows XP Service Pack 4 on 64 megs of RAM, and yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Now, obviously, the actual performance of the virtual machine is a lot better than what it would be in real life if I was running this on, say, a Pentium 3 with 64 megs of RAM. Obviously, the performance would be degraded significantly, and as a matter of fact, even just sitting here right now, look at how much hard drive activity is being put down on the disk right now. Look at that. That indicator is like straight on solid. It's not even blinking. I know you guys can't really see that too well, but just unbelievable. I'm not even seeing anything blinking out of the thing. It's incredible. All right, I'll quit toying with my vision here. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, for the sake of video purposes, like I said, I do not recommend you do this because you'll probably be wasting your time. And you'll also be wasting your time because of the fact that Windows XP, really there's not a whole lot supporting it anymore. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this before I drone on any further. So I obviously agree to the license terms. And of course, this includes all hotfixes released for Microsoft Windows XP operating system. The only problem is you have to have Service Pack 1 as a minimum. This is an unofficial release. Please test it before deployment. This product is not supported by Microsoft Corporation. And the funny thing is that, oh, here we go. Windows XP unofficial Service Pack 4 will upgrade all Windows XP Media Center editions to Windows XP Media Center 2005 with Update Rollup 2, which I certainly did to my HP Pavilion A1477C. Although, kind of getting off the topic here pretty quickly, I actually installed this update on my HP Pavilion A1477C, and it actually bricked Windows. Every time I went to go start it up, it just blue screened. So, turns out, there's a problem with the 64-bit CPUs running in 32-bit mode with Windows XP, and I had to go in and modify the registry in safe mode in order to actually get the machine to boot up normally, which was a really weird thing that I had to happen. I don't know why, but anyway, here you can see, this is what you would normally see whenever you installed Windows XP Service Pack 3, which is what this is essentially based upon. Really, I mean, this is all it is. I mean, if anybody's read a license agreement, you know how boring it is. I mean, it just goes on, and there's different languages in there. So, yeah. If you want to remove Service Pack 4 later, setup must archive the necessary files. However, this requires significant disk space. I do have a pretty healthy disk size for this test virtual machine at 40 gigs, so I'm not even going to really worry about it. I will just say archive files because why the heck not? And we have 1 meg of RAM. Oh, nope, page files kicking in again. I honestly think we're going to get a message box saying that we are running low on page file and Windows is increasing the size of the page file. Ooh, there goes CPU activity. Now, what's weird is that Windows XP, in this instance, does not actually show all the individual files individual files. It doesn't show all the individual cores of the CPU, even though if I were to go into Device Manager right now, which is really not a good idea, but then again, we're in a virtual machine, so there's really no performance penalty. You can see there's 4 CPUs right there, which is weird that they don't show up in Task Manager. It is set up to be, if I scroll up here, it is set up to be, whoops, an ACPI PC, although it used to say multiprocessor PC. Yep, there's the message. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm going to have fun photoshopping that balloon in. That's going to be hilarious. Anyway, let's see how much it increases the size of the page file. But since I'm not going to be running any applications at all, that's fine. It can increase the size of the page file. Virtual memory minimum too low, but Windows is certainly increasing the size of it. But so far, other than that message box saying that it's just increasing the size of the page file, we're doing pretty good so far. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'll let it sit, and I'm going to just go on with my day, I guess. I don't know. I'm actually going to go grab my 17-inch Pavilion, because I actually installed the Windows 10 Creators Update, and I don't know if I'm going to make a video on it or not, considering it's so minor. Maybe. Oh, interesting. Look at that. CPU usage actually flatlined there for a second. It was actually at 0%. Interesting. Let's see. Update speeds at normal. Okay. I'll just leave it there then.
So, yeah.
We are struggling at like 4 megs of RAM free out of 64 megs. Basically, it's using the hard drive as the RAM right now because there's such little amount of memory in there at the moment. Which makes sense because obviously, yeah, there's not a lot of RAM to go around. But yeah, there we go. Looks like it's actually loading those files at a pretty good pace. Obviously, not a lot of memory to share, but it is moving along. Obviously, I think it would install a hell of a lot slower on an actual computer versus a virtual machine, considering that we're just virtualizing everything. But yeah, bon appetit. Yeah, that is moving along at a pretty good pace. Now, I don't remember or not. I'm just going to peruse the thing here. I think this actually has Movie Maker... No, I don't think this actually has Movie Maker 2.6. I think that was included with Service Pack 2. I don't think that this is the actual, the one Movie Maker version that I remember. I think it's the older one. I know Service Pack 2 brought forth Movie Maker 2.6, but, yeah. Uh-oh, I come back and I see an error message after letting the dog in. Oh no. Application failed to initialize properly. Click on OK to terminate. I don't want to terminate. Oh, this is bad. Now you gotta get that Team Fortress 2 sound effect in there.
Ah, this is bad!
Oh my god. When I'm sitting here trying to make a video and all I hear is people revving their cars up. That's great BGM, people. Like, really? I don't need to hear your V8 all the way down here at my house. Like, get a real life instead of sitting there revving your motor. I mean, I've done it too, don't get me wrong, but I don't do it intentionally all the time because I'd like to actually have a vehicle, you know, but whatever. Well, it still seems to be running. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not. Yeah, VG auth service, that looks completely normal. And there goes that same vehicle that was sitting here running. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe some of the people's vehicles that drive past our house. We live literally right next to the hospital in like the busiest part of town, so I guess that's my issue then. One thing that's interesting, I don't know if that's actually, if that's actually supposed to be a thing, is update.exe. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be the actual process. Interestingly though, the actual update is 56K. Kind of interesting. It's actually using such little amount of memory, but apparently it's updating the help service right now, so that makes sense. Oh my god, I saw 452 kilobytes of RAM left over out of the 64 megs. It is getting taxed. Absolutely getting taxed. Oh my god. I'm like torturing this virtual machine. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should have left it with 80 megs, because that's what most Pentium 1 systems were maxed out at back in the day. It was 80 megs. As a matter of fact, if anybody's watched in this far, would you actually want me to install Windows XP on a Pentium 75? Because I have a Pentium 75 computer that I'm on loan with my friend, and I just did a clean install of Windows 98 First Edition, just because I needed something to throw on it until I find the Packard Bell Master CD. So if anybody wants me to install Windows XP on it, and actually fulfill the request that everybody's been asking Billy Core to make on April Fools, then let me know. That would make for an interesting video, actually fulfilling the request of installing Windows 95 on a Packard Bell. Now, for those who want to actually look up the model information, it is a Packard Bell Legend 108 CD Supreme. So if anybody wants to look up the model number on it, go ahead. Oh god, it's going to tax the CPU now it's performing cleanup. Ugh. Or it just flatlines the CPU. Okay. Well, that's another, okay. God, this is really tense, as a matter of fact. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I kind of do. It's going to install the service pack, and it's going to work, and it's going to be all hunky-dory. Yeah, I know that much. So, yeah. You know, I had another video in mind today. I was going to actually film the video on the Dell Inspiron 5100 that I know at least one person was requesting me to make a video about. But I don't know, my voice is just not up to par today because I had to deal with dogs not behaving, so that was great. So now I have I'm kind of lucky I have the voice that I have right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose it later, so whatever. Alrighty, we're done. So, finish. And we'll go and close Task Manager because it's going to restart anyway, so no point in keeping it open. And I'll just reply to my Discord chat here on my phone. Okay, thank God I didn't have to manually trigger a restart, because, yeah. God, why do so many people in our town have to drive noisy as hell V8s? I don't get it. Like, why? Anyway. Okay, well, it's wanting us to install automatic updates. Thank you for installing Windows XP Service Pack 3. I know that's not an intentional mistake. That's actually supposed to be this way. So, automatic updates. Go for it. Jesus, it's only a 25 zone. I don't think you need to go that fast, people. God. God. Okay, guys, I think this is slightly worrying. I clicked this next button, and nothing's happened for like 30 seconds. I don't know if that's supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing. Help? I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Come on. Come on, computer, I know you can do it. Why? Oh, wait a second. The disk just stopped. Why is it trying to disconnect? Or why is it trying to access that? I don't know. Come on. You can do it. You got these. Come on. I clicked next. What are we doing? Oh my god. This is such a bad idea. This was a really bad idea. Uh, Windows? Are you there? Hello? I think I killed it. I honestly think I killed it. Let's see. Control Alt Delete. I don't know how you do that on a Mac. Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't patient enough. Well, I should be, considering I'm putting in 64 megs of RAM into this damn thing. Oh my god, it is really, really slow now. Oh my god. If anybody wanted a Windows XP wallpaper, now's the chance. I think you can screenshot that if I don't have any toolbars in the way and don't have my mouse or the dock or anything in the way. I don't know. Maybe. It's not very easy to hide your mouse cursor, really is not. But, I think it's frozen. Oh, nope, it's not. It's just really text right now, I guess. Huh. I don't know. Seems a little scary. I don't know if it's going to blue screen or if it's just heavily taxing a page file. But, I don't know what to do. This is a very tense moment. I genuinely do not know what's going to happen. I got an error. This is the best error. This is blank with an OK in it. This is the. Thank you, Mr. McIntosh. This is the best error ever. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll press OK. Wow, this is. I have crashed the welcome screen. Well, I have accomplished everything. If you can crash the welcome screen and prevent you from logging on, that's pretty good. Okay, this is just the synchronization of VMware tools, so this is perfectly normal. Oh god, I crashed it too. Damn! Damn, Daniel! Oh god. Yes, okay, good. Good, you synchronized. Wow, I broke the welcome screen! Because there's no Windows XP branding, it just says welcome. Okay, that was weird. And it still is weird. What the hell is going on here, I swear. Come on, Windows XP. You got this. It's only 64 megs of RAM. You can do it. Oh dear lord. I think we have a problem. It was better to shut it down and just add in 80 megs of RAM. I was going to put in 80 megs and see if that would fix it, but I don't know. Or maybe 128, so I can actually say 128 and not get confused. But if it's made it this far, I think I'm going to leave it alone. Let's see how laggy it is at actually playing the Windows XP startup sound. Wow, I'm getting so much done just waiting at the welcome screen. I am so productive today. I really am. You have no idea how productive I really am. I can be so productive that I could try to boot Windows XP in 32 megs of RAM, although I don't think I'm going to have very much luck with that now, will I? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have much luck even getting logged in here, because I think that's going to be my biggest challenge, is actually logging into the computer. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. And I'm going to add in a slight bit more memory. If this thing will even shut down, that's going to be a good question. I'll probably have to force end the process in VMware, knowing my luck. And I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do. So let's do that now. Fusion, we want to force quit the process. And then quit activity monitor. Whoops, quit activity monitor. Reopen VMware Fusion. The request to power off this virtual machine failed because the VMware tool script did not run successfully. Okay. Well, clearly that did not work. I don't know what to do. I guess I manually force this to shut down, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's stuck loading. So, what's the individual process that is taking all the disk, I wonder? There we go. I think that's the one. Force quit. There we go. Found it. That was actually not too hard. You find the process that uses the most disk, and then you just end it. Okay. So I'm going to be a little bit generous. I'm going to put it up to 80 megs. That should help it out at least a little bit more. So let's try this again. 80 megabytes. Please work this time, Windows. This better function. And then once it gets configured, shit, I caused the disk check. No thanks. Okay, well this time there was no funky things going on with the welcome screen, thank God. That was weird. I think now we should be able to get into the desktop. And then after 80 megs gets all the desktop configured, then I'll take it back down to 64, and well, actually, I might just leave it at 80 megs just because I don't want to deal with the long startup times and everything. Service Pack 4 security enhancements. This must be the Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009 Registry Edition that it just put in. Usually you're not supposed to see that, but considering what's going on with the virtual machine right now, yeah, they're the themes.msc or whatever the hell that service name is. It just got killed. So now it's running in the classic theme. Oh, now it's came back. Okay. I guess it had to sacrifice that process for a little bit to save some memory. Oh, we had a blue screen. Great. That's hilarious. I guess, yeah, get out of here, disk checking. I don't think we have enough memory. Legitimately. I do not think that we have enough memory. This is not a good sign. I may end up having to actually put in 128 megs of RAM, which most Pentium 1 PCs can't accommodate. Limitation of the chipset. Okay, I guess we'll try it again. Service Pack 4 security enhancements. We'll see if it gets stuck on the browser customizations once again. It is taking quite a while to install the security enhancements. Yeah, I think we got a minor problem here, people. Can I even launch Task Manager? Yes, we can launch the Task Manager. Ooh, yeah. Even with 80 megs of memory, this thing is absolutely running out of RAM. There is no question. Although it's not nearly having as tough of a time as it was with only 64 megs. Okay, I think we might be reaching the desktop now. Virus protection not found. That's good. That's great. Wow, we actually made it to the desktop. Okay, that was a long and tedious process. Unbelievably, we made it to the desktop on 80 megs. 64 megs just got us stuck on the welcome screen. But we are really slow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I'll be safe not taking it down to 64 megs. I think this ought to be enough of an explanation for us. Although, that's not to say that I can't go back and do it again, but Windows cannot access the specified device path or file. You may not have the appropriate permissions. I thought I was an administrator. Or is lsass.exe not been started yet? I don't know. Back to Task Manager, we'll find out. If we can even open Task Manager, that's a good question. I don't know. This is not good. This be not good. Hello? Hello? I think I froze Explorer. Yeah, I may or may not have to put in 128 megs of memory. It's... Oh, I think it's starting back up again. Come on, let's go. Let's see, can I send a Control-Alt-Delete? I can open up the Task Manager at least. Come on. Oh, finally recognized I pressed the start button after like 2 minutes. Unbelievable. Yeah, you could definitely tell that between Service Pack 1 and Service Pack 4, there's a huge difference in the amount of memory that Windows actually needs. And this is kind of true because my HP Pavilion A1477C that I referenced earlier in this video, I actually threw in an extra half a gig of RAM because I absolutely needed to. Even with the basic stuff that I had on there, because I installed Service Pack 4 and Avast antivirus was installed, oh my god, it uses all the full gig of RAM while booting up. Like, that's impressive. I've never seen that happen on an XP computer. And even with a gig and a half, the thing still takes an eternity to start up. But once it starts up, I mean, it's crazy how much memory XP actually uses nowadays, which is just insane. Like, on a gig and a half, you'd be lucky to idle at 512 megs. I mean, it's incredible how much memory it actually uses. I mean, don't get me wrong, the system is still extremely responsive, but really? You use a gig out of a gig and a half at idle? That's just crazy. And that's just my particular setup. I know yours might vary, but that's just insane. Oh my god, I froze the start menu. Just by sitting here rambling, it's just been slowly loading its death sentence. I think I'm going to put this virtual machine out of its misery. Unless, of course, it can manage to shut down on its own. I don't know. That might be questionable. I think I froze Explorer again. Hence the reason why there's no background. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill it. And then we'll try it again.
There's that VMware process, just kill it, force quit. There we go. Okay.
Now, I'm going to be a little bit more generous. We're going to add 128 megs. That way virtual machine, or VMware quits complaining about everything. Try it again. Now, I know Windows XP really doesn't mind 128 megs on Service Pack 0 and 1, but let's see how it runs with its unofficial Service Pack 4. Get out of here, disk check. I don't want you. And the answer to that is not an improvement at all, really. On the plus side, at least it loaded the desktop in a decent amount of time, and it actually loaded all the Explorer elements, and it's actually not lagging as bad. But even at 128 megs, we are still hitting an extreme, huge amount on the page file. Unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. That's just crazy. I mean, 128 megs of RAM, and it finally recognized that the i5 has a physical address extension, which will help a little bit, but my god. Wow. XP really has gotten bloated. That's unbelievable. But, woo, my goodness. Whoa, the CPU is flatlining. Oh, man. There's only one core that's being recognized, apparently, out of the two that I've set now. Ooh, csrss.exe. Quick, let's end it. Ha, we can't. Critical system process. But, yeah, it is flatlining the processor right now, which is not a good one to do. But on the plus side, it does appear that it is working. Alrighty, let's see if we can load Movie Maker in a decent amount of time. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. I want the large 640 by 480 preview. because you can pretty much fit a 640 by 480 preview in that space and just have this huge timeline for your movie. I wonder if anybody would dare me to try and edit video on 128 megs of RAM. Heck, maybe I'll just install the original XP and just leave it on 64 megs and try and edit video on that. It looks as if now it's being a little bit more generous to the memory. It looks like it's actually leaving a little bit more memory to run the OS with, it looks like. However, it is just still flatlining that processor unbelievably hard. Like, something is definitely draining that. But, yeah, unbelievable. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more kind and actually shut it down properly. And that should sum up this video for the most part. So, hopefully that wasn't too boring, and hopefully somebody got a kick out of it. So, I guess until next time, guys, I will say, ooh, network path was not found. Well, sucks to be it. I will see you guys in another video. It'll preferably be more professional, a little bit more entertaining than this one. It certainly has been.